tea, mate. What's your cup of tea, mate? Look there. Okay.
News for the Caffeinated!
Hi, I'm Eric the Red.
I'm Rickshaw Tom.
And this
is News for the Caffeinated.
This also happens to be a very special day on one specific given day of the year because it is Rickshaw's birthday!
Yay! I'm older.
So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that Rickshaw feels awesome about turning 1 year older.
1 more year closer to dying, plastic surgeon lighting. No, I don't know the actual words. I just grunt a lot. I feel like showing this off though. I got throwing knives for my present. So.
Yeah, someone thought it would be a great idea to give Rickshaw some weapons. That's an old piece of floor. And speaking of floor, if you look down in frame, you can see what looks like a perfectly beautiful finished floor. And from the last episode, yes, we did get to work on this, and we worked really hard. We didn't get it done because it was
backwards.
Yeah.
We were installing laminate flooring backwards. I didn't know there was a backwards to laminate flooring. I didn't realize that if it was facing one direction, it's a lot easier to put together.
So, perils of home ownership number 1. Install your laminate floor in the right direction.
Apparently, we should have YouTubed it somehow. Supporting other people. But this has nothing to do with caffeine yet.
Okay. So, I was just out grocery shopping and picking up a few things. I think I'm going to have some taco salad tonight. That seemed like a good idea. But I was walking through the grocery store and I found a couple of cans of a brand new energy drink.
That's why I couldn't find them. They were in your pants.
Yeah.
You better not be farting on those.
It's okay, they're still sealed. Okay, so what we have here is Scheckter's Organic Energy. They're in Red Bull size cans. There's 2 variations. Scheckter's.
It sounds like old-timey grandpa medicine. Scheckter's powder.
Who got me the Schecters? I'm having another infarction.
We used to have 2 Schechters for a nickel. But what are our flavor options?
They aren't really flavor options. They're sugared options. There is an original and a light that's spelled like Miller Lite. You know, L-I-T. And then looking at the ingredients, the only discernible difference is that the original is sweetened with organic cane syrup, aka so sugar, and the other one is agave nectar.
You gotta love how they have to be like, by the way, this is the kind of sugar, and it's not just assumed anymore. Organic, all-natural cane sugar.
Well, this one is USDA organic, and it's got a whole bunch of other things on it, so non-GMO and all that other stuff.
They're both advertised as organic, though.
Yeah, but they're certified organic, so they jump through those hoops. And the key thing that jumped out to me about these drinks is that they advertise that they have no taurine.
Like, that's a good thing? I've never heard of taurine being something that's adverse to your health or bad effects for it or something.
I think it's because going for, this highbrow organic beverage, it's not really possible to get taurine that would fit that because the taurine in energy drinks is synthetic. So I don't think a synthetic taurine, anything synthetic would work in a certified organic beverage unless they actually went out and milked a bull and did it that way.
I am not used to there being like flooring here in socks. I can't stand still.
All right, so
I don't care about that organic stuff. I care about that flavor and that caffeine content.
Yeah. So their caffeine sources here. I'm just going to hand you that one. Their caffeine blend is organic guarana, organic green tea, and green coffee extract.
And the light has 30% less calories than the original.
Yep, so the carb count of the original is 25 grams for a Red Bull-sized 8-ounce
light
can.
18. So they're using the light term very lightly.
I mean, it basically just showcases the carbohydrate content difference between regular sugar and agave nectar, because agave nectar is just as sweet, but you don't have to use as much of it. So
good.
Okay. So yeah,
we're gonna strange way of
give
putting
this guy a whirl. Another interesting thing is
if it's just as sweet, but you don't have to use. If you don't have to use as much of it, then by quantity, then it would be sweeter.
Yeah, that's what I meant to get
Okay,
at.
so it'll have the same sweetness level.
It is time for caffeine, so I'm...
So we can get his brain meats going again.
I got no strings on me.
Oh,
Gonna
one
do it like
other
an
thing I want to
absolute
point
loss.
out, a difference between the original and the light is that the second ingredient in the original is sugar. The second ingredient on the light is actually lemon juice.
That is interesting.
So it's water, lemon juice, agave nectar, and this one is water, sugar, and then lemon juice.
I'm usually a little bit wary on trying stuff that's organic, but this is going to be interesting. Having a lemon juice, agave, orange pomegranate juice, organic elderberry juice.
Yeah, you can read everything on the list, which is surprising, and it's all sounds like pretty decent stuff.
Monosodium glutamate, potassium benzoate.
That's bad.
That does sound bad. But let's find out if this is bad. Shall we begin with the regular?
Yeah, or... I'm more interested to see if the flavor of the agave goes through in the light. So let's do the light first, because we know what sugar tastes like. Come on.
Mm-hmm. But it's all they both have a lot of fruit juices, which you can really get in the scent. It's like watered down V8 Splash, the orange flavor. But having of all the flavors at the top, the lemon juice.
Maybe they want that acidic bite.
They definitely have an acidic bite. Huh. Review of this drink?
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Neither do I, and I've already tasted it.
It's definitely got its color from the pomegranate. It's got that pale maroon burgundy color that other pomegranate flavored juices tend to have.
You know, I think that's what the aftertaste I'm getting from it is. It's the aftertaste, the pomegranate's really shining through on it, but it's a little bit more tart thanks to the lemon. But as for agave, I'm not entirely sure what that tastes like or is supposed to taste like, so it's just kind of, I suppose, a background sweetness to cut through the tart.
Well, normally with agave it becomes tequila.
Ah.
You know, because that's all tequila is they take the juice from the agave plant and ferment it.
So what you're saying is I now have to hate these people for wasting perfectly good potential tequila!
Or, conversely, it could work well with tequila.
Or we could ferment it. Or not. Yes, pass it. I think
There's a weird...
The scent is orange. The flavor is pomegranate.
There's like a slightly underripe fruit flavor to it. You know how there's that bitterness that kind of gets into your mouth and a piece of fruit that's not quite ripe enough but still ripe enough to eat?
I would say it's almost an overripe flavor. It's not sure if it should be underripe or overripe. But
so I get like this waxy feeling around my gums. Just like swish it all around your mouth, you get that underripe fruit waxiness in your gums. Maybe I'm the only one that gets that.
No. There's the underripe apple texture.
Apple, that's it.
Yeah, and but something about it almost reminds me of, if I want to say, like the brownness of a banana. It makes me think that, but it doesn't actually have any of the nastiness. It just kind of makes me sweet. That in the this fruit has gotten too sweet kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to dive into the original. I'll go first on this one.
Do it.
This smells, right off the bat, this smells a little sweeter than the other one. Also worth noting, a difference in lid design. The light has a more traditional circular opening and a bigger tab with a lip on it, and the smaller one and the original...
Never mind. Done with that.
And the original has a more pointed, shovel-like mouth hole that's smaller, and it has a red tab. So this is the original, and this is the light. So
How about
I don't want to spill any on the floor. I'll show when there's a little less.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice there's a different shape. I mostly just noticed that one was red and the other one was,
Yeah, so
silver.
you definitely get less on your swigs with the original because it's a smaller hole.
Oh, well. Generally, we prefer smaller holes anyway. Ayo! And?
This tastes like a different drink.
Give it here.
Hold on.
Give it here. Not enough caffeine.
I have a weird way of describing taste sometimes. The light kind of has the flavors on either side, and there's a valley in the middle, palate-wise. And this is the opposite. This is a mountain that slopes down on either side. So I'm inclined to think if we mix these together... We need to stop mixing drinks together. But if we mix these together, I think they would form a well-rounded flavor experience.
Alright, well there's still like, I don't know, 2 good swigs left in this. I would say the liquid's about down to here by now. And when you say stop
we'll
mixing,
leave a little in each can and we'll mix them together and just give them a try. But
Oh my...
Yeah, that is totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. Right down the middle of the tongue. Much more defined in its sweetness. I would say this one is more enjoyable. Fuck you, light. Lose 7 carbs and be not
But
much,
at what
but
cost?
Be worse. At the cost of this tip and center part of the tongue, I would say.
And maybe the additional lemon juice that throws the other one off.
Possibly.
I mean,
Raw
that
cane
pithy,
sugar,
waxy taste.
Yeah.
Ingredient-wise, they look identical, except for those subtle differences. But taste-wise, they're just...
I don't see... Is orange juice on here?
I don't think orange juice is on the other one.
Orange juice was so on the other one.
Lemon, agave,
I see organic
pomegranate,
green
elderberry.
tea, green coffee extract.
Nope, there is no orange juice in this one.
What? Why did I say organic energy? My eyes tricked me. That's what I get for having a birthday. Suddenly my eyes quit on me. That explains why I couldn't find the orange flavor in the palate. I think that the green tea is shining through a lot more on the original.
Yeah, I can see that.
But this one, the light, too tart to get the green tea
describe. I'm
flavor.
gonna go grab a vessel to pour them into.
All right, I'm gonna be double fisting them over here. Double fisting on camera. I feel like such a whore. I had to pay for college somehow. You know, after taking a sip of the original, then the sharpness at the back of the tongue, the bitters, shone through a lot more intently.
Oh, that is a very pretty color. Look at that. Look at that.
It's liquid. It looks like melted popsicles.
Popsicles. Now we'll pour in the original, and they will fight to the death.
Huh. The original is a much lighter color. Well, what do we got?
Wow, you mix them together, they smell great. Smell that. It's like we just made tropical punch.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I can't argue with that. Put some ice cream in that.
I was right. That's fantastic.
Well-rounded on the palate. They didn't know what they were doing.
And the finish dries out because of that lemon juice. So it's like, this is sweet and nice, and then it's...
And then you want more because it has washed the flavor from your palate.
All right, well, Schechters, you're doing the right thing.
Just go a little bit more. You missed it.
You gotta put these together, okay? You got that? You take the original and you got the light, do them a 50-50 mix into the same container. Put them into like...
That, yeah.
Yeah.
In the double, call it Scheckter's double wide. Not just saying that because we're in a trailer. Yeah. Does it have to be twice as long? Or can it be twice as thick?
I figure it could be like a monster can or something.
Hey, usually thickness is good.
Alright, I'm just checking the time.
Wait. I yelled.
We got 4 minutes left, so I think it's time for our scoring and our final thoughts. These aren't bad drinks.
Not
They
particularly.
aren't. even though they're fantastic when you put them together, the original, if you haven't figured it out already, we prefer to the light.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give the original...
Which is odd for Eric. He usually...
Yeah, I know.
The lights... No, but that's usually with an artificial sweetener, not agave.
Yeah, because these are two regular, you know, sucrose charged sweeteners.
Yeah.
They come from different sources. But the original, I think I'm going to...
agave be fructose because it's a fruit?
That is a good sciencey question. But I mean something like a
We
sugar...
pretend to know the science.
Well, I mean, sugar beets are sucrose, and they're a plant, so... Who knows?
Not a fruit.
If you know if agave nectar is actually fructose or sucrose, comment down below and set us straight. But yeah, for the original, I think I'm gonna give it an 8. It's really tasty.
8.
There's really not a whole lot of criticism I can give it, aside from the fact that it's really polished to a gleaming shine when you combine it with the light. The light I will give, I think, a 6, because there's that gully in the flavor is just...
And the mixture?
And the mixture, I'm giving a 9.5.
Whoa, damn.
It's really good.
Huh. Hmm.
I'm taking the half point off just because...
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect,
No.
and it's...
And we could have made tequila out of that agave.
And if these were sugar-free drinks and I could, you know, buy these off the shelf and combine them, I'd probably do it all the time.
Yeah.
But since they aren't, I'm just giving that little notch off there, and the fact that they didn't put these together in the same can. So, you know, get on your shit, Scheckter.
Fucking Scheckter. Yeah, I'm gonna go... I'm not quite as big a fan of it as you are, but I'm also not that big of a fruit juice drinker, but then again, neither are you. But...
I'm talking about flavor. I really like the flavors.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly like what I'm gonna compare it to. Like, I would still very much prefer a good cold brew coffee to this. But I'm gonna go with a 6 for the light, because too tart, misses stuff in the palate.
Understandable.
The original also missed some stuff in the palate, but it just kind of had a almost apple-y flavor. Yeah, that flavor in the center of the palate, it's nothing really particularly stands out on it for me, so I'm gonna give it a 7. But the mixture of the two of them together, because it just makes the entirety of my tongue pretty happy, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
All right, so all things considered, the combined drink, I think it's an 8.75. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
The combination, the average would bring it to 8.75.
So yeah,
good
very
motherfucking
decent.
math, college boy.
Yeah, and I found these on the shelf at Hannaford, so definitely worth giving it a try.
Probably wouldn't find it at a gas
and there
station.
there aren't a whole lot of organic drinks out there. So if you're really big on, you know, organic and all that stuff, then definitely give it a shot, because it's a great way to get your energy. And we'll see how we function with a drink without taurine. So.
Right. I would look for it soon at your local Big Lots.
All right.
It looks like a Big Lots drink.
All right, I'm pretty sure we're down to seconds now. So if you have things you want to suggest, definitely write them down below. If you like this video, give us that old thumbs up, and please go ahead and subscribe. That way, it lets us know that you like what we're doing. So I think that's everything that you're supposed to say at the end of a video. Mixmaster Rickshaw back there. Oh.
Yeah!
Alright, so we're going to finish these off, but until next time, I'm Eric the Red.
I'm Rickshaw Tom.
Remember, Rickshaw's birthday, comment your salutations down below. We'll see you next time.
Let's just angle it up a little more.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's there, but I think this is just giving us an... I don't know. Anyway, we're already rolling.
Fuck!
Oh, now we have our bonus content.
I guess we do, don't we? Me voguing and me playing with my knives.
Or if any of these gunshots I'm hearing in the background are going to show up.
They don't want us to tell you this information about caffeine.
Hillary Clinton's on her way to get us right now!
After Donald Trump takes our guns. Wait, which one of them wants to take our guns? I don't even remember anymore.
I don't know.
We've got a Democratic-esque Republican running and a Republican-esque whatever running. So how about that, caffeine?